Hi everyone, today I'm going to give you a walkthrough of my tech tools. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Penelope Pop, also known as Winnie Wong. A lot of my videos are centered around curating your lifestyle and helping people live with the things that they need in their life. That is different all the time. Anyways, I'm going to be doing a little walkthrough and also a little how-to on how I organize my tech tools. You know, I'm very tech-based, so one of my biggest frustrations living with tech is the amount of wires that you get. And sometimes you don't know which wire goes to which, just because like they're all different. You get it and then you just like store it somewhere. I've managed to find a system and way in which I organize my wires so that it is easy to find and also easy to make sure that you're only keeping the wires that you need in your home. So let's go and get started. Before we get started with the video, I wanted to talk about Skillshare, which is a website that offers thousands of videos made by creators like myself in the professional field of art, design, business, you know it. Basically, you can learn a lot of things even if you are a beginner or a professional, sharpen up your skills. A video that I'm currently watching is something called isometric design. Basically, you create very simplified icons. I know how to create simplified icons, but I just wanted to sharpen up my skills and learn some new shortcuts that I might not know. And this was because I learned things on my own and I might have missed out some things along the way. So isometric design is something that I'm learning. It's very short. The great thing about Skillshare is that all the videos are short and they're concise, and you can actually speed up some of the videos if you want them to talk faster and you kind of catch things in a faster manner. And I love it, and it is great to learn new things, so don't miss out on the opportunity. If you want to subscribe to 1 year's worth of Skillshare, it costs less than a private class that you might get outside. So don't miss out on the opportunity and click in the link in my description box. This is an Andbon Dry Cabinet. And what it does is it keeps everything within the cabinet at a moderate temperature and humidity level. Now, the reason why humidity level is super important with tech tools, especially if you live in a humid environment like the Philippines, a lot of the things can grow mold and eventually rust or whatever. And a dry cabinet is super crucial to maintaining the longevity of a particular item or tech item. So everything that I have in here is stored so that to ensure that everything stays in tip-top shape. Okay, so I'm gonna walk through the first two. I actually upgraded this. I had a smaller cabinet before, but I decided to put all my tech tools in here. I've managed to sort everything out to ensure that I know which wire belongs to which, and I'm gonna show you how I do that. This is my Andbon, and it comes in various sizes in which you can purchase. This one is the size I got for my tech stuff, and it has two different compartments. The first part is where I store all my wires and also some little I also store some of my other devices in here. And I'm gonna show you what is inside. So before I go into opening the cabinet, I wanted to talk about this little portion, which is telling you the temperature of the current room that you're in, and also humidity level in which it is trying to maintain within the cabinet. The prime and optimal temperature your cabinet should be is around 40 to 50%, which is usually good for tech stuff. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna open it, and here it comes with 3 different layers. And the first 2, I have put all my wires, and this is how I organize it. So here I'm just gonna pull some out. So I have 2 different storage boxes that I have purchased on Lazada. And basically this one is for bigger wires and this one is for smaller wires. And all of them are labeled using my label maker, which is actually stored right here as well when I'm not using it. And this is where I put all my tech devices. So if you can see, each one is labeled to the wire that it is designated to. So I have wires for my toothbrushes because I have electronic toothbrushes, an artifact box. Now the reason why I called it an artifact box is because I just had like random phones and an iPod that is considered, you know, an artifact at this point. iPod. Okay, so that's where I store most of my tech tools. All you need to do is purchase a particular box that will fit your wires, and it depends on the size it is. Step 2 is labeling it, and step 3 is cleaning the wires and then storing it in here. Once you clean it, it really prevents dust from going on, and also any unnecessary like sticky ooey gooey stuff that usually happens to wires. It's something very common that I noticed. So that's how you organize your tech tools. If you want to watch a specific tutorial, I actually have one on my Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm Penelope Pop Art. And it's the same thing for this section. I also have some hard drives in here, and for those of you who are wondering what hard drive I have, these are various hard drives that I've collected over time. They're actually not mine, they're Pat's, but I'm storing it here as well. And here I have more storage boxes for particular electrical equipment. For example, this is for my NAND light, which is to power the lights that we are shooting in currently. Then the third part, it's not pullable, but this is where I store some like devices that I have had over time. So number 1 is a label maker. This one is the current one that I use. This is the Dymo label maker. It's very simple, it's not complicated. All you need to do is type out what you want to type in and then just print it out. I used a regular paper type thing. Then over here, I actually have one of my favorite devices, because I've had to install a bunch of tables on my own, or just like little things that require screws. This is an automatic like screwdriver called by Xiaomi. Super useful. It just comes in this compartment, and then there's like a little box that has different types of, no, I don't even know the correct term for it, but it's just different screws depending on how big or small you want it to be. Then I also have some devices, as I've mentioned, that I don't really use, but I do want to keep, and I want to store it in a dry area. So here is an old Polaroid. This was actually my uncle's. It still has a tag. It's a Polaroid Sun camera, and it's just cool. Sun 600. And then I have another one, which is also my uncle's. It's also another Polaroid, but I just thought that it's cool to have, so I keep it. This is like a bit of my hoarder tendencies coming through, but at least I know where it is, it's visible, I know where to find it. And I know that I'm taking care of it, so. Oh, and then over here, I have my very first label maker that I purchased, which is also Dymo. This one is the Dymo tag. It doesn't work anymore because the battery is busted. Just because you shouldn't be storing your batteries or it'll explode. You shouldn't be keeping it for a long time. Then here is my Game Boy Color. This is my only Game Boy Color. Now you know it's all, you can use it at night. You can, the Game Boys now, I mean the Nintendos now, you can use it at any time of the day. I remember I had to buy like a specific light for it just to play it. And then the light would run out quickly because it was just battery powered. Anyways, that's what I have. And then I also have this Panasonic rechargeable battery pack, because I do have some devices that are powered by batteries and I don't want to keep purchasing new batteries, so I bought rechargeable batteries, and this is what it's for. That's just some of the devices that I have in here, and also all the wires that I store in the first part of this cabinet. Next cabinet. And this is the second part of the cabinet. There are two different doors, but I don't know why it's built like that, but it's just built like that though. I'm just gonna open it. This is where I store all my camera equipment. And there are 3 different divisions similar to the first cabinet. And this first tier is where I store all my camera bodies. Now, I currently have only my Fujifilm X-T2, and that's because we are using the other 2 cameras to shoot this video. Cameras bodies that I have are the Fujifilm X-T2, Fujifilm X-T3, and then the Sony A7S III. This is where I store my camera bodies, and here, these are for the lenses, and obviously I'm using 2 of the lenses that I have. One of my favorite lenses is the 50mm one, so, my legs. Okay, here, this is where I store my Rode mic. Sometimes if I'm going to sit down, this is a really good tool to use. And then I store all my batteries, battery chargers in here. So camera, body, lens, and then the chargers.
Special guest.
Oh, we have a special guest here. It's Manto Boy. Manto, sit. Manto. Good. Thank you. And here is some other devices that we use for filming. And this is the selfie stick, which is from Xiaomi. It's great because it has a little remote in which I can use to just shoot myself. And then here is the Z-Yoon. This is the Z-Yoon, which is what we use to stabilize the shots. So this is what we use to stabilize any shots we need if we're on the go. And it's really good. We still use it for filming, but this is where everything is. The reason why I haven't taken it out of the box is because it's very delicate and I don't want to break anything. So I still put it in the box. This is actually for the Momax, which is my selfie ring light. You can put more than 2 devices here, but I haven't had the opportunity to use it. I just have one phone, so. This is pretty much where I store all my camera equipment, and then the top layer is just other devices and wires that I have, all organized into different sections. And this one also is a temperature, and then you can just manage it. The reason why there are probably 2 cabinets is so that you can maximize like different humidity levels for each one. That's probably why, so that you could store 2 different things, and it's just not just one long cabinet. Okay, so that's pretty much it. This is actually where I store most of my devices. Everything is in here. For example, any charger that I want, any wire that I need for any device that I've purchased in my room, it's all stored here. And the reason being is that sometimes you just have like all these different wires and it never gets used, or you lose it because you don't know where you put it. Now I know where everything is. It's all labeled properly. Even if I want to sell it in the future, I can just grab the box, take out the wires, and then just sell it. So it's just easy and accessible in that way. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you would like to see more. And that is it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Let's get this doggy. Manto, say bye to everybody. You've been sitting in the corner for a long time like a good boy. Bye, everyone.